Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is unfortunately Moshot, and today I'm playing some Grand Theft Auto 5, competitive racing, fun stuff. Anyway, every Sunday there's an event. It's an endurance race, a 45-minute race, a lengthy race. It's longer than the average race. It's a 14-player lobby, so there's more people, a lot more intensity, and stuff like that. But before the race, there's qualifying. There's the 5-lap qualifying. The 3 of the laps count. So the better you do, the better position start you get. So I go into the qualifying, I get second place, which is fantastic. I get the front row start, me and Design up top. So we're gonna go ahead and go into this race trying to get away from everybody, so we don't have to deal with the back half of the pack. And the less people that I have to worry about, the better, because I already have the stress of filling in for this guy, Bumblebees, which is a very fast racer. He knows how to get podium finishes at least, so I am living up to his standards, trying to do my best so I don't disappoint him. And I'm out here just trying to get my podium finishes, and keep up with the pace that everybody else is producing and keep it clean and keep it fast. So either way, let's get to the race. Alright, so every lap, everybody gets the boost, or pretty much the top half does, because everybody from the top half of the race takes the boost, but the boosts are trying to replicate the curse system in Formula 1, the kinetic energy release reaction system, whatever it is, that the energy built up when braking around corners. So every lap you get a few seconds of boost. It's to easily overtake somebody or get around somebody, so that it increases the intensity in the race. So just knowing when to use it and where to use it, it's developing strategy so that you don't waste it and that you can get around somebody if you need to. So I'm up here. I got Design and Remix. They've already used it. The white car and the black car already used the boost, so I easily pass Remix and get up to Design. Me and Design come around this corner. We keep it clean. I get around Design because I have the faster car. Well, not really the faster car, but the faster line. I just need to catch up to GOAT. Control it. Purple car in front. I get past those two guys. Now all I gotta do is just keep it clean and just try to do my best to catch up to GOAT. If I can do that, then we're in good shape. But the only problem is that GOAT's a fucking superhuman, man. He's not superhuman, but he's very fast. He doesn't choke that much. He knows the lines to take. He knows how to be fast. He knows how to win. My job is now to defend and to catch up to his ass, which is almost impossible. But I'm not worrying about Remix because he's just passing on the left. I'm like, oh shit. He ended up destroying that barrier. I get past him with ease. Alright, moving on to a little bit farther in the race. I'm up here, right behind GOAT. I'm now kind of caught up to him about 7 minutes later. I'm just trying to do my best, keeping it clean still, catching up to him, and just maintaining the pace that he is producing, we'll say. As long as I stay behind him, maybe he will choke. Applying the pressure, just do my best, not fuck up. So now that now that me and GOAT are kind of separated from the rest of the pack, we're up here all by ourselves. We can kind of just let loose. We can just go after it. We can just get even farther separated so that if we do happen to fuck up, it won't really make that big of a difference. We might get caught up a bit, but as long as we just keep with this pace, we can be kind of safe up here in the first and second. Alright, so we're about to come up to these two hairpins up here. I'm thinking, okay, so I'm kind of close to him. I can possibly make an overtake attempt here. So I'm up here. He ends up actually going outside. I'm thinking, oh, let me take this inside corner real quick. And I used my boost. Okay, now let's rewind that real quick. Alright, so at this instant, here's what's going through my head. I'm thinking, okay, in order for this to work out, GOAT needs to go to the left side onto the sidewall, taking the curb boost. I'm going to go ahead and go to the left side of the street, and we're both going to use our boost. And we're going to go to this next corner, and it's going to be all great. Instead, unexpectedly, I see him, or I don't see him. He stays on the street where I was planning on going and defends me, which I was not thinking that he was going to do that at all. So instead, we both use our boost, and as you saw, I shot my car through him. We both did some spins, and now Go has taken off, and I am stuck here in second, kind of out of the picture. Come a few laps later, same fucking turn, but Goat ends up taking the sidewalk and misses the checkpoint. So now I'm in first on the 8th lap, 8 out of 24, and I'm in first, so that's good news to me. A few laps later, I end up choking on this turn, which allows second place Brandon to catch up, and now I gotta worry about him. I mean, I'm stuck behind this person, so and I got a Remix kind of catching up. I mean, now I gotta worry about Remix and Brandon. I gotta not fuck up anymore, because if I get behind two people, it's just not even good. I knocked down that pole. Thankfully, Remix does not get fucked up by that, which is mind-blowing, because he talked to me after that. He's like, "Oh, thank God you didn't ruin my race yesterday." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was kind of close." So now I go after this turn. I see fucking Brandon lagging his ass off. I'm like, "Oh shit, please do not get in the way." I'm just gonna take my line, and hopefully he does not lag and fuck anybody's race up, mine or his, and just causes a fiasco. So now I got a Remix kind of right on my ass. He's got a fucked up car-ish. I mean, he's had some crashes, but he's maintained 3rd place. Going after the chicane, he's right on my ass. I take this little turn here. We're still right next to each other. I mean, we are keeping it clean. He takes the outside line. He gets the inside. I'm kind of catching up again. I do an oversteer on accident. He's right. Now Remix is really close behind me. We're going up to this hairpin that me and Goat fucked up earlier. I get outside, or inside technically, but Remix goes to the outside. He kind of nudges me. I use the boost and get kind of away from Remix. Going into this, I'm really far, not really far, but I'm kind of far away from Brandon. I mean, that's not a big deal though. I will hopefully catch up. But I actually end up fucking hitting the barrier, taking the corner, trying to take the corner way too tight and fucking that up. Now I'm in 3rd place behind 2 people, and kind of like mind blown that I just fucked that up, and I'm so far behind, and I got Goat catching up on my ass right now also. So I got pressure of Goat Troa behind me. I gotta still catch up to these fuckers and do my best to defend off a Goat, because I cannot allow 3 people to get in front of me and put myself in 4th place. Alright, so leading up in this next corner, after the one I fucked up earlier, I have to keep Goat behind me. He takes a sidewalk line trying to get past me. He ends up staying behind me, which is not a big deal, which is perfect. I mean, the sidewalk doesn't really affect that much, but either way, I'm dropping more poles. I think I kind of put him back a little bit more, so going into the chicane, I have a little bit more room. And going into these next few sections, I have a little bit more room. He's now gaining on me. I mean, we're going into this tight section. Unfortunately, he ends up fucking up right here, hitting that tree and giving me a little more space, so I kind of shake him off. So this is perfect now. I'm in 3rd with a comfortable lead between me and Goat. Going into it a few more laps later, Brandon decides to fuck up, and I get caught up to him. So when I'm past him, 2nd place, which is mine, by the way. This is perfect now. I'm 2nd place, comfortable. I mean, I gotta keep Brandon back, but that's doable. No offense, Brandon. But now we're going in 30-minute mark. I mean, we're getting close to the end of the race. With nearing about 15 to 20 minutes to go, I mean, the endurance portion of the race starts to kick in. You start to lose focus and get kind of tired and fatigued, I suppose. And that kind of shows there. Brandon kind of overshoots that turn, which gives me a little bit more room between me and him. Just fantastic. So about 10 minutes later, I'm catching up to Remix, kind of. He hits this pole up here by Life Invader, which everybody does. I end up destroying that pole, kind of ramping off of it. Fortunately, not landing anything but my front end and my wheels, so I can continue the race and not totally trash my race yet. Alright, about 7 minutes later, about 7 or 8 minutes, about 8 or whatever laps later, Brandon decides to kind of catch up a bit, so me and Brandon are kind of close. Fucking Remix is fucking kind of gone. Like, there's no thought of catching up to him anymore, but he's kind of catching up to some back markers, so he could potentially slow down a little bit and give our hopes and dreams a little shot at redeeming the 1st place. But anyways, I gotta worry about Brandon now, so I'm trying to keep my pace and not let him get too close. We're going to this next section. I kind of make the mistake of doing a little bit of an oversteer, which allows him to now catch up and pass me. So I'm thinking, holy shit, 3rd place. I have a few more laps to go that I have to make shit happen. He takes the sidewalk, which is dumb. Well, not really dumb. I go inside. I end up accidentally hitting him because I hit the inside. So he's still ahead of me. Not a big deal. Design is now caught up, so I have to defend off of 3rd place. Keep my 3rd place podium finish. Catch up to Brandon now, and these last few laps are fucking insane. Like I have to pull something out of my ass to keep my position and gain a position. So we're going in here. This is perfect. Going down to this hairpin. Design is still on my ass. I got my boost still. I'm not sure if he does or not. He probably does, because most people save it for this last stretch, because this is perfect back here. I use my boost. Design does also. And we're just on our last lap now. We got a final lap. We got Brandon ahead of me. No sense in catching Remix. Not a big deal. That's out of the picture. Design is behind me by like half a second. I got to get second place somehow. I have to get my overtake done. I'm going to try my hardest to not finish in less than a spot than I qualified. So I got to keep Design off. Still doing that perfectly. At that point, I wonder, since I got most of those boosts, I'm wondering if he got any boost. But it kind of doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as I keep ahead of him for the next few sections, I mean, it should be good to go. He goes on the sidewalk. He almost gets past me. He decides, nope, that's not going to happen. So I'm going into the life of section. Perfect. Keeping ahead of everybody. Trying to catch up to Brandon somehow. And we're just going through the motions, keeping it clean. I've kept it clean the whole pretty much the whole race. I mean, I had a few mishaps here and there, which has caused me not to be in first place. But I mean, it's endurance racing. I mean, you're gonna have fuck-ups. Well, I'm still coming down to the end of the race. I got 50 more seconds about to catch up to this guy, and I'm just hoping for a miracle, pretty much. I'm hoping something good to me will happen. I mean, there's nothing really you can do. As long as you can keep it clean, you can only hope that he will choke. I mean, just apply the pressure as much as possible and you'll be good to go. Don't fuck up. Thankfully, Design fucks up there. He hits that chicane part, the barrier there. He fucks up. So I got no pressure on third place anymore. I can just focus on attacking this guy. Two more sections left. 2 more hairpins. I have my boost left. He lags. Fortunately, he lags. He actually used his boost earlier in the race. Early in the lap. I get the inside, I bump him a little bit, use my boost, I get past him, and take the second place finish. Thankfully, finishing where I started. So there you go. There's the race stats. Remix had the fastest lap with a 153 something. I had a 154 something. And overall, it was just a pretty good race. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video and the race, and I'll see you guys later.